Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Southpaw.
I am phenomenal. With every ounce of my blood, with every breath in my lungs, won't stop until I'm phenomenal.
That's it, it's official. Jake Gyllenhaal is one of the best actors of his time. He is wonderful in Southpaw, and this is yet another wildly diverse role that he manages to nail. It's such a far cry from what we saw last year with Nightcrawler, which was so far outside of anything we had seen him do before. Not only in his characterizations, but in the humanity he's able to bring to this character that could have easily just been a cartoon up there on the screen, a stereotype. But he's able to make it feel so grounded, so realistic, and make the audience really care about this character and this character's plight. But he also really transformed physically. Last year in Nightcrawler, he was so thin, he looked sickly. Here, the abs are in full effect. He is beefed up, he's convincing as a professional athlete. So as you can tell, Jake Gyllenhaal was probably my favorite part of this film. I just thought he was fantastic. And if he doesn't win an Oscar soon, it's going to be a huge shame. I think he was snubbed last year for the nomination. And honestly, this year so far, best male performance. So we'll see if it holds up as Oscar season rolls around. But early conversation, Jake Gyllenhaal is the front runner. But altogether, Southpaw is just a really solid film. I actually think across the board, the acting is really strong. Rachel McAdams was wonderful. I thought their daughter, the little girl who played the daughter, was also really, really good. 50 Cent was good. He was more just there than actually good. But he didn't detract from the film. You weren't like, oh, 50, what are you doing? You're a terrible actor. And then Forrest Whitaker, I think this is the best we've seen him in quite some time. I thought he was also bringing so much to the table with his performance. Anton Fuqua was the director here, and he had his fingerprints on it, but I think he even transcended his own style a little bit. He just delivered a really gritty, raw feel to the film, which is Fuqua's specialty. But it did feel a little bit different from his normal style. And not only did this film deliver as a gritty, heartfelt drama, it also really delivers as a sports film. It shows a little bit of the backside of what it takes to be a professional boxer. The hardships not only on your body, but towards your family. The money problems, because we see Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao taking home $200 million off of one fight. And we just kind of, in the back of our heads, process, oh, all professional athletes are just millionaires. But that's definitely not the case. And this movie helps to shed some light on that. And this movie also helps us remember what a lot of fighters actually grow up through. All of the hurdles and the problems they have to overcome just to get to that professional level. And the type of society that many of the professional boxers we all know were brought up in. Of course, that's a blanket statement, that's not all of them. But it is a sad reality. And on top of all of that, it's a thrilling fight movie. So you have the wonderful boxing scenes that just aid to the credibility of it being a sports flick. But it's definitely not perfect. There are some flaws with Southpaw. One, I mentioned how good it is at going behind the scenes and unveiling the curtain a little bit. It could have gone much further. We could have really delved into any of those issues. The toll it takes on your body, because that's touched on and you wince as you see some of the things, but we don't really get to see it fully play out. It touches on the struggle with family quite a bit, but as you'll see in the film, that takes on its whole new life here. So it might have been too much to really focus on the family aspect. I think is where they took the film directionally. We see the financial struggles, but that is in relation to the family struggles and all of the other struggles. So we don't get to see it independently either. It would have been too much, but it just opens the door for this really interesting movie. But as enthralling, as an enjoyable film as this is, it's still a fairly safe movie. You can really predict where the beats are going, where the storylines are going to end up, what's going to happen. All of the major storylines in the film are very predictable and very paint by the numbers. Luckily, it's just so well acted and so well realized through the writing and the directing that you're okay. And you just are enjoying it throughout, even when you know exactly where it's going to go. So for that reason, I have to recommend Southpaw. Go out, see it this weekend. Even if boxing is not a sport that interests you, this movie is very much worth your time. So, that has been my review of Southpaw. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Southpaw? And what is your favorite fighting movie? Let me know either in the comment section down below or hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!